What up, Wastelanders? Christopher here, Gaslands, NorCal. Thanks for joining me once again for another conversion video. Well, it's the first official Saturday of college football, go Ducks, and tomorrow is going to be the first day of September, so you know what that means. Halloween decorations and fall flavors came out about 2 months ago. So this time I'm going to do a conversion for a food truck. Got this Big Pig Dogs. It's kind of cool with the artwork and stuff, but I'm still going to strip it. I've got some Halloween themed stuff I'm going to stick on there, some spiders and everything else. And I've got this pumpkin, you see that? I'm going to stick on top instead of a clown head. It's got some doors in the back that some guns are going to be coming out of. Put some big weapons and everything on it, stick some big wheels and everything on there. So that's what we're going to do this time. Should be pretty fun. Haven't done a food truck in a hot minute, so that's what we're going to do. But you know what we got to do with this thing? First of all, we got to get this thing apart, get her into the stripper. Alright, so we're all primed up and ready to go. Looking pretty good. I'm liking all the spaces for the decals and everything. Now with the decals, like I said, this is going to be a Halloween themed food truck, so the decals are all black and orange and whatnot. So trying to come up with a color for it that the decals will be able to pop on, but not like just orange, because I'm going to have the pumpkin head on top, so I didn't want it just to be an all orange truck. So I decided to go with this Faded Plum by Monument Hobbies Pro Acryl. It's going to add the pop I think I'm looking for with the decals. It'll contrast with the orange pumpkin, and we'll get some cool weapons and armor and wheels and stuff on there. And yeah, this thing should be pretty good to go and either hand out or steal candy from all the kids in the wasteland. So let's get it painted up. Alright, we're all painted up. I am liking this purple. I think it's going to go really well with all the decals and everything else. And when the pumpkin goes on top, got the decals all cut out and ready to go. There's going to be several of them, probably more than I normally do, but it is very much going to be a Halloween themed one, so that's fitting, I suppose. So we're going to get all of those on there. I've got all the wheels and the undercarriage, the lift kit and stuff. The lift kit I got from WePlayGames, and I've really been liking them. I've done several builds with these lift kits. I'll probably have to order some more because I'm going through them so quick, but they are just fantastic. So really should check them out. Put the link in the description below. But yeah, let's get the decals on there. We'll get all this stuff all painted up and primed and dry brushed the way it needs to be, and then we'll start getting it all together, doing some weathering stuff. But yeah, time for some candy. Alright, as you can see, the top decal, didn't go out too well, so I had to pivot a little bit on that one. The ridges on this casting or the top of this casting is ridges and stuff, so there wasn't a whole lot of area for the decal to stick to, so I kind of shifted over and went with, these are actually nail stickers, like women would use on their fingernails and stuff, and I got a bunch of these. Actually, my wife found a bunch of these a few Halloweens back. They're like skulls and stuff, so turns out pretty cool on builds and everything else. I think I did a video on them, a long time back. Anyway, got the other decals and stuff on there. Next, we're going to go through and do some weathering using this the MIG chipping solution. Get it all chipped up a little bit. Then we'll start getting the armor and weapons on there, and then I'll start putting the undercarriage on there, the lift kit and the tires, making sure those fit, hopefully, and figure out what we want to do for the ram and stuff. So yeah, let's get this thing chipped up, and then we'll start seeing where we're at. But yeah, looking good. So I got the armor on there. I got it all weathered and up and stuff. Looking pretty cool. It's not enough. I mean, it looks old and, the chip paint and everything else, but I just want it to look more crunchy and crusty and rusty, and I just don't think that doing my regular rust routine is going to do it. So I'm going to pop on over to some Typhus Corrosion, get the crust around the edges and everything else, all the sharp edges and around the rims and stuff. That should really make it pop, especially when I dust it with some dry brushing on the rust. But yeah, so that's what we're going to do next. I think also with the orange of the rust, it's really going to pop against the purple of the vehicle. So yeah, let's get it all crusty rusty, and then we'll start getting some wheels on there, and probably put a big ass ram on there. That's what else it needs. So yeah, let's get that done. Yeah, definitely looking a lot better. I'm loving the rust on there. Like I said, the orange really does pop with the purple. Makes it look very, very old and rustic and wastelandy and gaslandy and every other landy out there. Got a few more things to add on as far as the weapons and the ram and stuff. Got a rear kind of ram barbed wire thing I'm going to stick on there, and then put it on the wheels and stuff and do some final weathering with some rust. And then this thing should be all good to go and ready for the wastelands. But yeah, looking pretty damn cool. Loving it. Alright, so we're not quite done yet, but everything's on there, looking very cool. Just gonna get the final rusting and stuff on there. Turned out really, really cool. I'm loving how it's looking, even without the rust. But the rust just gonna give that extra pop. Love that jack-o'-lantern on top. That turned out really, really cool. So let's get the final rust on there. We'll do a final touch-up with some dusting, and this thing will be good to go and steal some candy from the wastelands. Let's do it. And there we have it. One Halloween-themed candy stealing food truck ready-made for the wastelands. Loving how it came out. I love the lift kit that comes from WePlayGames. They just do an awesome job. All the decals turned out cool. Ones that stuck anyway. The rust and stuff, loving it. Loving the jack-o'-lantern and everything. Just turned out really, really cool. I'm just really absolutely very, very pleased with the way that this all turned out. If you enjoyed this video, you learned something, do me a favor, hit that like button. My goal is to do weekly videos, whether vehicle builds, terrain builds, battle reports, whatever. So if that's for you, hit the sub button below and ring the bell to get notified when new content drops. I do sell all my builds pretty inexpensively on my Etsy page, so if you want to pick something up, see what else I've done, you can even request a custom build. Check out the link in the description below. If you'd really like to show some love, head on over to my Patreon page and get signed up. Every bit helps keep the paint flowing, the printer printing, and the camera rolling. Until next time, keep your foot on the gas and your finger on the trigger. Gaslands NorCal, signing out.